7-5. That's a
Yeah.
very bold statement coming through there. We'll see if it's successful as we get into the operator bans here. Organized Chaos have first pick of the bans as they do start on the defense, and we'll see exactly how that is going to work out. What do you think? Prediction? You missed it.
Oh, sorry. First ban is going to be Glaz. I'm not too surprised with that one. Glaz is a very strong operator for this map. Our bat already immediately banning their attacker. I think it's going to be Blackbeard. It's actually going to be Hibana.
That's a very, very, very common ban on Bank though, so I'm not too surprised to see that go through. And we'll see Arbad immediately banning out a defender. We're going to guess Mirror or Maestro coming out from them. This could be the Mirror. So, Maestro or Echo, I kind of would think that the Echo is going to get banned here by Organized Chaos just because they start defense and the Maestro is a little bit more useful here. But they could throw a weird ban here. They could throw like a Pulse or a Valkyrie in the mix here, but it is going to be the Maestro ban actually, not the Echo ban.
Yeah, so you're 2 for 2 on the defenders.
Yeah,
So
I mean the Echo's available here, but Echo's kind of easier to deal with than Maestro can be. But you have that very, very powerful, like actual physical plant denial with Echo that you don't really get with Maestro.
Yeah, in my opinion, Maestro's a bit of a lower skilled operator on the defense just because how his gadgets work. It's really tough to take down if you don't have any kind of destruction, be it nades or Zofia or an Ash Charge. The only way you can take it down is either by temporarily thatchering it or by shooting it as it opens. My opinion, I think Echo is a more of a higher skilled operator, at least in competitive.
Yeah, no, he definitely can be. But round number 1 getting underway. We'll see a basement defense, not too surprising. Defender lineup looking pretty unsurprising as well. This is a pretty default lineup, I would say, for the bans, how they've gone. And we will see the Maverick, of course, coming through due to the Hibana ban. Really, I think this is going to be more about heavy utility usage from both sides and how effective it's going to be than anything.
Yeah, with Hibana being off the board, it's going to be interesting for Rav to place his thermite charges. Some teams, I do know that they get both open area hatches. Other teams will favor the site hatch and go downstairs into server and open up the wall to get an easier plant off.
Scanning for electronics.
Yeah, definitely could be. But we will see the IQ on the board, of course, because there is an Echo available in... That's going to be Fultz, the team captain and in-game leader of Organized Chaos. He's going to try and organize this chaos a little bit. And on Pulse is Oasis. He's called himself a bot for some reason, I'm going to guess because of something that happened. And he's just maybe have more insight than I do on this.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on that story either.
He's just not confident. You just can't have not confident players on fragging rolls. That's why he's on the Pulse.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting that he started off with the Pulse inside of server, but with the Jackal tracks coming out from Cali, we'll see if it could lead to some potential bait on Organized Chaos' side.
Yeah, it definitely could be. Some interesting Valkyrie cams coming out from Merc here. They seem to have still quite a lot of presence in the map, even if there's no one there. They still have lots of cams up indeed. So Tuffy's going to try and rotate up and sees what he can do, going through every single gadget that he has to see what he can do. As Cali going to move all the way through into the Telos office, and he has the main stairs control. So this is now going to allow Carnage to start opening the hatches. We still are is going to be playing onto the bottom of the server. This is a really dangerous place to play a smoke.
Yeah, he's going to make the smart move and retreat back into site with no, well, I say decent recoil because with Flash Hider, that SMG-11 can sometimes go a bit awry, but he'll make the smart choice and retreat back down into site.
Very slow progress being made by Arbad, but it is slow and sure. Pulse going to be coming out. Oasis does know that the Thermite is going to be planting his Thermite charge down. And Carnage is going to be able to get open the hatch. The main hatch is going to get opened up. That's kind of inefficient Maverick usage, unless he did already open up lines in the other hatch. Yeah, he did. Okay, so it's fine. And we'll see Rab go through. Echo Drone already hitting him. As I'm assuming there's just Plant Denial coming out, which is kind of a smart move to do the Echo Plant Denial first, more than anything. You see both the Echo Drones just tucked there under the desk in sight. He's going to pop up one, deny the plant, and then come back down, and just not let any of this lethal Plant Denial go down so early on. More smoke's just going to be flying over the head of Merc there. No kills on either side just yet, but Tuffy's very, very lit up, and the plant is going to have to start coming down sooner rather than later from Mav. Drones are going to come out into red. They know he's there. Merc's going to throw out a Nitro. It's going to get baited, though. Rav going to take a huge amount of damage from that as he tries to plant it down yet again. Fultz with a very long angle. However, Tuffy's going to go down. Rav's going to go down. Nice Nitro coming up from Oasis there as Carnage, Gurmy, and R all find kills on the board. It's all down to Cali. All of a sudden, he just tries to run into the site. Tries to get on red, but it's a 1v3 situation. He runs out of time, and he can't find the kills. He can't find the entry. He can't find the plant. And Organized Chaos will take round number 1.
A very good round coming out there from Organized Chaos. They were baiting the plant very successfully. I was going to mention that one of the Echo drones got naded off, unfortunately, but either way, you still had Fultz playing with a second Echo drone inside of that same desk. Fultz coming up big with a peek from the garage into the CCTV side. That was a really big pick to take down the planter.
It definitely was. It definitely was a good pick coming through indeed. This is kind of an interesting site to go to when you don't have a mirror. What do you think of this?
It's a bit interesting to say the least. A lot of people would expect other teams to go into Teller's archives, but you know, with Brycer as Organized Chaos's coach, Brycer is a fantastic coach. When Organized Chaos was playing the CCS qualifiers, they were able to shut down Toon Squad. I think it was 7-1 to move on into CCS. And I'm not exactly too sure who the operator bans were, but you know, Organized Chaos being able to take down team like Toon Squad and in a quick fashion of 7-1, well, it'll be a bit interesting to say the least to see how Organized Chaos plays out this round.
Yeah, it definitely should be. There's some pretty interesting Valkyrie cams coming out from Merc, both in the last round and this round as well. I kind of hope and feel it's more Val cams just to look at what the attacker's progress is rather than to react to it.
Yeah, I think that these cams are mostly just for rotation. We saw the lobby camera as well as another one situated inside a square skylight. So because those default cams are very prone to being taken out by the attackers, the Valkyrie cams coming out from Merc serve as secondary cam to watch those areas.
Definitely looking very good indeed, and Valkyrie cameras, again, as you said, they have great rotation potential. I mean, coming through kind of banana onto spiral is a very, very powerful rotation to make, especially on a site like this where if you lose that Teller's control, it can pretty much be all over for you very, very quickly indeed, especially with the way how aggressively OC is playing in that area right now.
Yeah, with the castle coming out from Champagne Gurmy, it allows Organized Chaos to more freely play inside of Teller's archives. And with the sledge coming out from Tuffy, he'll have to get close to those castle barricades and swing that sledgehammer to take it down. So we'll see how it plays out now that I think Tuffy is rotated above into what's it called, CEO office?
Yeah,
I think so.
Like console CEO. No, not console. That's a completely different map. Anyway, we're just gonna ignore my bad calls and we're gonna get all the way through. I'm just a caster, you know, so this happens to me all the time. Merc is in a really good position here to rotate around, and we did talk a little bit about this before. Having this lobby control and that Valkyrie camera that does let him have it. No one is watching this flank watch right now. However, we do see Carnage now on it. He does know that then. That's exactly the kind of fight you really do not want to take. The Maverick will gun you down in that situation. Merc is going to retreat down. He's not going to let himself go down just yet. He doesn't have a Nitro remaining, but it's be Cali who takes down Gurmy. This should be nice Archives control now in the favor of Albad, but Art will strike back. Cali goes down, and they don't quite have the Archives control, as Art still playing around on the Tells. Goes to the pre-fire through the floor, but he can't find the kill just yet. Tuffy still trying to confirm it. Not going very well. No impacts left remaining, however, from Art. He can't really fly the vertical play very well. He's just going to try and stay alive for as long as possible. Euphoria still trying to go for the pre-fires where he can. Still trying to find a gunfight where he can, but they're running out of time right now, and they have not made their way into the site. But there we go, Oasis! Oh no! Through the Maverick hole is going to go down. Euphoria picks up Art with a headshot. 10 seconds left to go. Merc has a great rotate flank going down. He's going to go through. He jumps down to the square stairs. They don't know he's there. They're going to go for the plant. He's waiting until the very last second. He takes him down. And there we go. Organized Chaos will take round number 2 with a plant denial. Beautiful from Organized Chaos. Very good, patient flank coming out from Merc there as well. And if anything's been proved from Merc in the past, he's insanely good on those flanks.
A very great rotation coming out from Merc. and really good trigger discipline on those final 5 seconds. I wanted to mention earlier that I think had Carnage not gone for a pre-fire inside of elevator, that is the difference maker in shutting down Merc and not having that flank off, because as Merc is creeping up the stairs, Carnage just has to be very cautious and very aware of his timing when he's pulling the trigger, and in all honesty, Carnage pulled the trigger really early, which could have saved the round for our bad.
It could have done, in a way. I think that just, as you said, like, better kind of roam control coming out from them, but Cali going down as early as he did didn't really do them any favors. And I think one big factor is, you said about how, you know, Cali's going for this flank watch, right? He doesn't pursue the kill, though. He lets Merc get away with it, and he lets Merc retreat. If potentially he capitalized on that, and he chased after him, and maybe been set up for a trade, a flank like that would have never happened. But you're thinking as well, in a 4v2, a flank like that should never have been able to happen. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a 4v2, plant's starting to go down. It's a bit of a shame that no one's on flank watch covering the planter coming in from open area, or from skylight, because, you know, you don't know where the remaining, you probably know where Fultz is at. He was playing inside of sight, but you have no clue as to where Merc is coming in from. So having somebody watch a rotate looking over into blue, and then, you know, maybe you get a lucky reaction and put the headshot onto Merc. But that's the last round, and we're going to go ahead and move on to this round. Oasis taking some very early shots over by ATMs.
Yeah, he is, but he is going to get away with it, and he's going to make his way all the way through. But Cali is pursuing him, and he's going to Jackal track him, and they're going to know exactly where he is. Jackal is just a death sentence normally on Bank, and this is not a good situation to be in. You've trapped yourself in a corner essentially here, Oasis, and he's going to try and peek out and get himself out of the situation. He will do successfully. He won't go down for it, but he will get a bit lit up. But now he has a bit more free roam potential, and you can waste a lot of time by being Jackal tracked. But Merc with the Nitro will score a very early kill onto Tuffy. That's nades off the table.
A very big impact frag coming out from Merc. The C4 taking down Tuffy, that's a lot of soft destruction to take down castle barricades as well as nades. So a big frag coming out is the Cali is going to trade off from Merc a bit late, and also some shots coming out to Gurmy, but he'll take down Carnage. Rav and Euphoria picking up 3 versus 2 with a minute 20 left to play. Cali has been down, Fultz is there, Rav is going to trade him out. 2v1, it's all up to Art inside of sight.
Yeah, I mean, Art has a great gun to pull us away with, the ACOG shotgun. I mean, not really a shotgun, I would say, more like a DMR, but yeah, you could do a lot of damage with this thing. It's just about a minute left to go on the clock. Arbad will start to drone everything out. They're not going to, you know, rush at all. Art still has 1 impact nade remaining as well, so you could do a little bit of damage with that as well, as he just hold it down. But he is getting droned out. This is not a great situation to be in. The push does come out, but Art scores a kill onto Rav. But he takes so much damage for it. Euphoria has to trade this kill right now, or it'll be all over. It's 45 seconds left to go. He's got a little bit of time to work with, but doesn't have any flashes or anything like that. So it's kind of mostly going to come down to gun skill. But he has got the advantage in terms he probably has a little bit of a better gun for this duel. Oh no, he doesn't! He's going to get lit all the way up, and no, will peak all the way up. Goes to the reverse prone peak, and Euphoria will go down. Art clutches the round in a 1v2. Organized Chaos take their 3rd consecutive round.
How does Euphoria let that happen? He had a ping coming out from his teammate on drone. Rav, or what's it called? Art playing behind that soft wall. Euphoria shoot through the wall. At least try to go for a chance, because Art was practically one shot, and that AUG deals about maybe 35 damage at that range through a soft wall. So pretty much Art is one shot at any distance, and it's just a bit of a shame that Euphoria didn't go for a spray through the wall, and that costed our bad their round.
So moving into round number 4, I would say, especially with the Hibana ban, this is pretty defender-sided. Would you agree with that?
I would. Hibana's a very powerful operator on Bank. She's able to pretty much take down all 3 site hatches, and if you have both Hibana and Thermite on the board, it just makes it that much easier for you attacking bomb sites, especially downstairs in the basement, for example, like where we're at right now. She's able to open up all 3 hatches. You have the Thermite being able to open up server hatch if need be, and he's also able to open up server wall. So a Hibana ban on Bank is a pretty big blow to starting off your attack.
Yeah, it definitely can be. I think a lot of teams are very used to it though at this point, with the like pretty heavy Maverick usage that comes out. Pretty much every team. I mean, I know when I was coaching a team, we would try and constantly ways to creatively use Maverick on this basement attack because you're expecting that Hibana ban. Because a lot of teams do it these days, so I think it's unexpected, but you are right. It does put a bit of a blow onto how quickly you can get the hatches open, and more importantly, how many hatches you can get open. So it doesn't really allow a backtake to happen that severely, unless you really are prepared to do it, and you really to fully commit to it with the Thermite as well. So there's a lot of less options here when you don't bring that Hibana.
Yeah, Oasis is going to be the first one to get Jackal Track off by Kali, but immediately Tuffy is going to fall to Merc inside of Archives, and that's really something you won't really see. Euphoria is going to frag off Gurmy, and I think that's just really poor joning coming out from Ardbad, but either way, Gurmy's going to get traded up by Euphoria, and we're now locked in a 4v4 situation with Euphoria on the main stairs.
Well, I think Merc has this like permanent vigil ability because no one seems to be able to catch him on flank watch drones or anything like that. He gets away with so much on flanks and just people not watching him. He's killed so many people that aren't looking at him. It's actually amazing how much Merc gets away with, but it looks like he's not getting away with much more. Still holding down, and drones are going to start to come out as the push does start to come through from Euphoria. You should be able to take him down quite easily.
Euphoria is going to get tossed out from Merc and miss onto Euphoria. Merc has been lit up to about half HP. It's a bit interesting to me why no one has pinched in from Archives, at least on the Skylight Stairwell side, but I guess that's due to Art being played on the blue stairs and Oasis feeding the information. Fultz getting a second onto Carnage as Merc is going to take down Euphoria. 1v4, Rav has to find all 4 frags on the main stairs. This is looking really bad right now for Ardbad.
And flashbangs, sorry, are going to go down from Rav, but aren't going to find that mark. Organized Chaos from round number 4 as Merc takes down Rav with a headshot all the way from Staff Open Area. Beautiful coming out from Merc.
Shots.
Yeah, great shots coming out from him. I still, ever since watching Karzeka control the SMG-11 recoil at Invitational, I'm amazed at how many people are so good with that gun. I think the recoil's slightly different with the patch update, and it's slightly more bearable. But still, very interesting indeed. It's going to be round number 5 getting underway. It's been 4 consecutive rounds for Organized Chaos, and they're looking very, very dominant. But this last defense was insanely close, very down to the wire. And like most rounds for Organized Chaos, it seems to be all about Merc getting away with flanks.
Yeah, you could say that it's really bad for Ardbad, no pun intended, that they're really not having anyone for a dedicated flank watch. And it's in part due to Organized Chaos getting the opening pick early on. You know, I think when Ardbad goes to watch back the VOD on this, they're going to take some notes and try to work on flank watch and scrims, especially with droning, because they're not even droning out Archives, and Merc is just able to wander freely and get absolutely free picks.
Free picks? You love them. You do love those free picks. Like, yeah, and you make a good point there. Like, Bank is all about controlling roamers, right? And it's pretty easy to do that with the Jackal, and I'm kind of surprised that with Kali and how much he's been Jackal tracking, we haven't seen more roamers get pinched and shut down earlier on. And we did talk about a little bit last round about how Merc was able to stay around the Tellers area for so long, and he even got a pick out of it.
Yeah, I don't even think he rotated back to site. He just played all downstairs and rotated in between Tellers and Archives and found the very first frag onto Tuffy. Tuffy not even being aware that Merc was playing inside of Archives, and then Euphoria just trying to duke it out with Merc. And I don't even know where Carnage was trying to rotate from, because he got fragged by Fultz. I think he was trying to rotate in through the small office, if I'm not mistaken, because that's exactly the hatch that Fultz was looking up through, and just caught Carnage off by surprise.
Potentially, but seems like a pretty... Again, Merc. He's like pushing up on a flank, and he's killing people. He's taking names, and he doesn't care who they are. But in that case, it will be Euphoria. He will go down, flashbangs will go out to attempt to refrag onto Merc, but he's going to be playing onto the bottom of the main stairs, unable to be traded just yet. The charges will go off onto the hatch, I believe. And this is looking pretty much the same as what Ardbad were doing last time. But again, they still don't have their opening frags. they don't really have many options, but last time they had a lot of early kills coming down. What is that Echo Drone doing there?
That's
Echo
really
Drone
bad
going
from
out
Fultz.
ahead of Merc, but he's going to get droned out himself. I guess he was going to try and peek off of it, but that's kind of a waste of utility in my opinion. Like, Merc could have just played at the bottom main stairs and just held it, but it's going to be Champagne Gurmy who pops the bubble onto Tuffy's head. He will go down. 1 minute left to go on the clock. It's looking very, very bad for Arbad, who turn it into a 3v4, however, as Carnage just take down Oasis. Still playing around onto the top of blue stairs here. He has a very powerful position to play, and pretty much the entire attack last time from Arbad came from this skylight stairwell, so they have to be very conscientious of this. Is just going to dip the hell out of there, because he knows he cannot control this area, but Rav does have Diffuser, and he is pushing from this side, so the time is starting to tick down. This is not looking very good at all. Kali still on the Jackal. Of course, has only used one Inox, however. He has the potential to attract some more people, but Elysian Mind will find his foot. He'll pull it out. Carnage finds yet another kill. Gurmy going to go down. And Carnage from the hatch is going to find yet another one. Fultz is going to go down. And now it's a 3v2, all down to Art and Merc. It's all down pretty much to them to try and clutch out the round yet again, but the time is on their side as Merc tries to pick out the hatch, but Carnage won't let him have it. He'll take him down. It's all down to Art in a 3v1. Diffuser just about barely gets into the site. They know where Art is. He's playing under the count, but the pistol whip comes out from Carnage B. Who's peeking? This man. Arbad takes round number 5, and I believe that was an ace for Carnage.
That was actually a 4K if I'm not mistaken. I think Rav also
Let's
got a
just
pick.
pretend it was an ace.
Yeah, let's pretend.
Oh my god, Carnage got an ace! Oh, clip it, hype it up, chat. Oh my god, it was crazy.
I was about to say that it's really bad that Rav didn't get any of the skylight walls open, but Carnage doesn't care. He just goes absolutely nuclear. And I think that round really came down to very poor positioning from Fultz, because Carnage looked on through the hatch inside of above, looking in through open area, was able to find Fultz's feet, and Fultz, being on his Echo Drone, not able to react and get off of his drone in time, resulted in his death, and Carnage just went absolutely massive, picking up a very nice round for himself.
So, I mean, you mentioned about hatches and getting a lot of kills from there, and that's kind of how that round went out. It's also kind of how the last attack played out, but Merc was allowed to get off a very, very nice flank at the very last few seconds, and really, it seemed obvious that really they should have lost that round. If not for that successful flank from Merc, nothing would have happened, and it seems like things went pretty much the exact same way. I mean, Carnage did well himself to get as many kills as he did, but you can't ignore the fact that that's really not a great sight for Organized Chaos, but that will be their first loss in this game, and in CL overall.
Yeah, Arbad finally able to put themselves on the board. They are looking like they're starting to get the ball rolling for themselves. Bank, you know, with the way the operator bans went, I don't think it's too surprising that Organized Chaos is in this position. But hopefully this next round will go in the favor of Arbad, and they don't face they're not faced with a 5-1 deficit heading into their defense.
Yeah, that's definitely very true. Like, that kind of 5-1 deficit that we saw during the Clubhouse game with Sonics and Disrupt definitely put Disrupt in a very bad situation. They did manage to come around a couple of rounds, but in the end, that's all there's to win. If they can make this a 4-2 scoreline, though, as you say, this could end pretty well, because, as you said, this is kind of very defender-sided, and you say you're not really too surprised to see them on this kind of scoreline, but this defense is going to be the entire crux of this game from OC. If they can win it, great. They're probably going to take the entire game, if not just a draw at the very least. If they can't, things start to go a bit awry.
Flash is coming out, and that
God,
was
what?
absolutely really close. I think just a half more second for Tuffy, but he's going to go ahead and toss up another nade. Merc's going to get the hell out of dodge and escape that nade. That's going to be a very successful runaway coming out from Merc. Kali starting things off, taking down Champagne Gurmy. That's the castle, and one of the big fraggers being shut down for Organized Chaos.
He shut down completely. Great shot from Kali. Just comes around, pre-fire around the corner. Merc just gets deleted. And now it's a 5v2 situation. All down to Fultz and Art. Art could potentially clutch this out once again, but he's in a much more dangerous situation than he was last time. Fultz with the ACS-12, however, shotgun rather than the traditional MX Storm. But the push is going to start to come up. They should know he's here. They should have droned him out, and he's going to get pre-fired. Fultz just goes down to Rav, and now it's a 5v1. All down to Art to get the ace clutch to bring it in. He sees what, he takes him down. There goes Kali's head, but instantly traded up by Euphoria. Won't let him have it. Arbad take round number 6, and now this is looking very winnable for Arbad.
Yeah, our bad have finally woken up. That was it. I think what happened on that pick from Cali coming out onto Merc. I think because he was using that Inox at the time, he saw the red footprints, knew exactly where Merc was going to be, knew he probably wasn't going to be holding an angle inside of elevator, so he just went for a pre-fire right around the corner, and Merc was just absolutely not ready for it. So a great heads-up play coming out from Cali, and a very, very great round coming out from Arbad. Mike's muted.
Yeah, thank you. Great round coming out from them. Round number 7 getting underway now. We're going to see the reverse sides coming out, and we'll see exactly how that goes through. Attackers. We've talked about this a little bit already. This is pretty defender-sided. Do you think Arbad going to a bit of a surprise site here is going to be advantageous? But I really don't think that this is a good site without a mirror.
Yeah. Although this site, you mentioned without a mirror, it's a bit interesting to say the least. It normally looks like it's going to go in attacker's favor, but because you have intel coming out from the Echo drone, you have Valkyrie cams, you have castle barricades to stop pushes from coming in hot. I think that Arbad are going to be able to find a way to win out this round because they have a lot of momentum coming in from the past 2 rounds. Organized Chaos is really shaken up. So we'll see how it plays out.
We really need to see how it plays out. I mean, that's why we're casting Uzumaki. No response. Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't respond to that either. But getting further into this, we're going to see what happens, and we're going to describe what happens as OC is going to try and move in. And we're going to see an IQ coming out from them. It's not unnatural to see the IQ come out, but this looks like a very strong lineup to more take the basement, but it does work for the upstairs as well. But what do you think about the attack lineup here, more importantly?
For the attack lineup, it's not too crazy. It's pretty standard. Since there's no Hibana on the board, you're bringing on Maverick to kind of support Thermite with that hard breach. You have Merc on the IQ to try to see if you can find any Echo drones, as well as take down any Valkyrie cams. Jackal, very common operator pick on this map. Thatcher and Thermite, pretty much your standard support operators. So nothing too surprising. It's kind of what I was expecting coming into this matchup. What Art's doing right here is pretty smart. He's able to open up the hatch, but Tuffy getting an opening pick onto Gurmy. That's going to be the Jackal dead, and the Roamers can breathe a lot more easily, knowing that Gurmy has fallen.
Oh yeah, definitely. But Merc through the vertical play is going to give Carnage, but Oasis is going to be the first to fall from Organized Chaos. Sorry, second to fall. As Gurmy has already got his bubble popped.
Tuffy going huge.
Going huge indeed. Tuffy going to take down Fultz, as now it's a 2v4. Not looking too good for Organized Chaos at all. They still do have the vertical play to play around here. It's going to be 1 minute left to go on the clock. Merc has control of the diffuser. No nitros left remaining. I don't think for the defense. I'm pretty sure Euphoria already used his nitro as well as Tuffy. No, there is a nitro from Euphoria. So now he's got a great flank opportunity here as well. Art still trying to hold down onto the skylight here as Merc pushes all the way up. He sees him in stock, and there goes Euphoria. So that's all the nitros off the board now. And it's for all the marbles as Merc tries to push down. 35 seconds left to go on the clock, and the first smokes will start to go out. Art does manage to find Tuffy, however, and equalizes the scoreboard into a 2v2. An attempted wallbang comes out from Merc, but not going to find its target just yet, as Kali is going to be playing around up to the staff room, looking into admin. Echo Drone just come back to the site from Rav to try and support him a little bit, but don't really have too much of an entry into the site. Art is going to try and open up a little bit of the wall here to try and find a cheeky kill, much like one of his opponents did, and yes, he will find it. Rav goes down, but Merc moves in from the other side. Kali goes down, and Organized Chaos recover round number 7 and take the dub.
That is absolutely heartbreaking and really tough to lose a round. I don't know if Rav didn't hear the Maverick using his utility on the wall, or if he was just trying to situate and get a crossfire going with Euphoria there. No, not Euphoria, I'm sorry, with Carnage. But that was absolutely a very great round coming out from Organized Chaos. Being able to adapt in a 2v4 situation, bringing it down 2v2, and then taking down the final 2 anchors with Art getting fragged through the Maverick holes and Merc swinging in from the open area. A very great round to come out from Organized Chaos. Great adaptation, and that was honestly our Bad's round to lose.
I would agree with that. I think it's more the fact that they took a kind of surprise site, but it's not the best surprise site to take. Like, I think CEO is probably the better one to take here. Especially, consider this, there is no 6th pick. There is no reveal phase. There's no way that, you know, they have any reason to believe you're not going to go downstairs first, despite your operator lineup. So, you can take a completely different operator lineup. You can go upstairs, and you don't suffer for that at all. So, I think there's a lot to be learned from kind of adapting out of what the rules currently are, and you can kind of play off of that. I think a lot of teams haven't really quite caught on.
Yeah, so it was really interesting how Organized Chaos was able to win that round with Gurmy being the opening death, and I think it was like, what, the first 40 seconds coming out from Tuffy? Tuffy had a really huge round and was the only member of our bad to find any frags, which really doesn't bode a lot of confidence in me for the rest of our bad. But, you know, it's just one round. Tuffy went big, but wasn't able to find a 4th frag onto Merc, given that he was 1 HP, and Merc using that commando with about 5-meter distance was able to frag off Tuffy. So we'll see how things play out for our bad in this next round.
Did you get the tape measure out, or can you just sense the distance with your eyes?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just average distance coming out from, like, I'm using like the bombs location.
I'm dealing with an engineer over there.
Maybe I just got X-ray eyes.
Maybe. But it's gonna be Organized Chaos who complete their roam clear, and we'll drop down to the side to see what they can do here. This is very, very early for them to have this much control. I would say this is pretty good progress.
Yeah, minute 40 left to play. Merc's, I'm sorry, Oasis going ahead and opening up that panel. And
there you
with,
go, the Valkyrie.
I think that was a Valkyrie cam getting shot off from Merc. So with Rav still playing inside of gold, this could be pretty fruitful still for our bad, despite losing that Valkyrie cam.
It could definitely be so, but I mean, there's still a pulse on the board. There is a Thatcher on the board that could disable the pulse, however, and that could be... I don't know how many EMPs he has. I would guess he has all of his EMPs up at the moment, because there's no, like, hard reach to now coming out at all. So the pulse being available here is definitely a big info gatherer, considering I'm pretty sure all the Valcams are gone. This is not great. Everyone's just kind of waiting by for the pulse call from Rav to say, okay, here goes the plunder now, but there's no Echo Drone in the site. Well, there is one Echo Drone in the site. There's one in the garage at the moment, not like how the other team did it, where Organized Chaos had both of their Echo Drones under the site. But there you go. Oasis is going to get down. We'll get revived. They've still got plenty of time to work with. And there's a decent amount of plant now already being baited out, but no Nitro's gone just yet. But Merc from the garage will shut down Carleen. That's a great kill on the smoke. Could he find another one? If he can get the Echo here, that might just be round 1, but he won't be able to get it just yet. Oasis will try and plant the diffuser down, so the Nitro will get ripped, but not come out just yet. Rav still providing that constant info as Fultz finds one, but instantly traded out by Carnage. This is looking very, very good indeed for Organized Chaos, as they have a lot of man advantage, but they don't have a lot of time. The Nitro will go out, will not find his mark. What? Oasis will find a kill, but no, he will not be able to plant the diffuser, as Tuffy and Rav both find their kills. Art and Merc take control of the site, right? Control of the kills. You know, no, Art needs to get the diffuser, he needs to plant it right now. Rav can't deny it, but there we go. Nothing gonna happen, as the planter gets off. Our bad take round number 8. I thought the IQ was down, but no, he wasn't. He was on a sliver of HP. He was still up, still able to cover the plant. And just the hesitation coming out from Organized Chaos from Art. He should have stuck the plant, and it just didn't happen for him.
That's absolutely a heartbreaker to lose. That really comes down to communication, but I think what you noticed right there, just the timing. Art had the angle waiting for Rav to push on through. If he waited just one more second, he'll be able to find that frag onto Rav and shut down the round. Although, you know, we still have Merc inside a garage trying to deal with Rav. So Art should have gone for the plant, would have been the smarter decision. But right there at that moment, obviously Art doesn't know exactly where Rav's location is. But if he waited just one more second, he gets the frag onto Rav, and that would have been 6-2 in favor of Organized Chaos. But with this round going in favor of our bad, I think that's probably going to be a little bit of a difference maker. So the last time that our bad was here, it got down really, really close.
I mean, yeah, we can sit here and debate all day about timing and information loss, and I think that, you know, one big crux of that round was the Thatcher not being used on the pulse, and also Merc getting those great entry kills through onto the garage. Like, those were some pretty good things coming through. So you know, on top of all of that and the information gathering, just that last second push completely failed in this case. Really, that's not really about strategy at that point. That's just about coordination and like trusting your teammates, and good teammates trust each other.
Yeah, a really big heads-up play coming from Merc to push Garage late. It was about 40 seconds when he finally started to make his move, and being able to take down Cali, who was playing on smoke, a big frag, but, you know, Euphoria is still staying alive inside a Garage up until the final 20 seconds, and it was all up to, I think it was, it was Rav and Carnage on the Jaeger and the Pulse playing inside a Gold, and Carnage, I think if he kept Rav alive there and stayed alive, it would have been a lot safer for Arbad. But ultimately, due to just the time running out for Organized Chaos, it went into Arbad's favor.
It did, yeah. That's exactly how it's like a spot-on analysis. That's definitely what happened. But Merc is gonna get the first frag of the round. Nice entry coming out. And again, what is an Echo Drone doing there? Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so aggressive, but please explain to me, Uzumaki, your great analysis. Why is there an Echo Drone trying to echo the guy in Archives?
My guess is probably due to the fact that Rav can come in, but we're
Rav's
talking about
an
an Echo
die.
Drone.
You
Yeah,
can't
Rav's just gonna die.
Well, there we go. He's going to go down. Maybe on the point that, like, it's an IQ. You really need to kill him, and he's also in sight. But there we go. Gurmy is going to move all the way down to the main stairs. He could pick up one, but Cali instantly trades it out. And it's all down to Cali all of a sudden. It's 1v4 situation. Merc on a sliver of HP here, as Cali's actually going to manage to rotate all the way back up. He could actually clutch this out right now, but it's only a minute left to go. So there's still plenty of time for the attackers to do something here, but what a shot from Cali! Merc goes down, and now it's a 3v1 situation. 50 seconds left to go on the clock. That is not good, but Fultz does take down Cali. Organized Chaos take round number 9, and they will secure at least a draw here.
Yeah, so like I was trying to mention before, the Echo Drone coming into Archives, I think maybe someone was probably playing for coordination there, because Rav brings in the drone to stun Merc. Merc's being disoriented. He can't hear, he can't really see well. So just based off of chance, maybe you have Euphoria swing in to Tellers coming in from the main stairs from the holes that they made and getting a frag onto Merc, but it ultimately didn't work out that way, and Organized Chaos just swiftly fragged 4 people coming out from Arbad, leaving it just all up to Cali. But Cali only able to find 1 frag to his name, and then just ends up dying to Art upstairs inside a janitor.
Unfortunate, indeed. There was a lot of very, very quick kills coming out there, and it seems that Organized Chaos have pretty good roam presence across the map. They pick the roamers out quite well, and not only that, they see the opportunities to get quickly into the site, and you saw Merc took big advantage of that. I mean, there's no kind of like, he didn't... Let me explain it this way, okay? He's not in the site technically, right? He's in Archives, but Archives is one of those areas you kind of needed to defend there with how they were setting up the site. They had to rotate in through admin into Archives. You need to hold that area. Merc gets 3 kills from there. I still don't agree with the Echo Drone when it was there. I think that's way too aggressive Echo Drones coming out from both teams this series. But I can see the philosophy when you were talking about how the Echo Drone comes in, it goes up, it hits him, someone peeks him, but then the person who beats him just died. So, and you lost your Echo Drone in the process as well. So, I haven't really seen good aggressive Echo usage coming out just yet. But Organized Chaos are going to move through onto match point. And this is a very similar situation to how we saw Sonics on their attacks. We did see a 6-3 scoreline there. Well, but this is 3 rounds the defenders need to bring this into, well, a draw.
Yeah, Organized Chaos has full control. This is their match to lose. Nothing, and really, Arbad, they need to shape up and win the next 3 rounds if they want to secure at least a point moving on to their next matchup. Or did they already play? Arbad.
No, they did not play.
They haven't? Okay, so this is their first matchup.
Yeah,
that's right.
So, this is an interesting spectator book, but I guess that that's just the way Siege works sometimes, so just ignore all that. Shooting into the wall, clearly he's not shooting into his own wall there, but that's just how it be sometimes. This is so like this is a site that you need to really take a lot of ACOGs on, and you see that Rav has brought the cog. I think this is mostly for like just trying to contest like around Kanto. You know, the top of Spiral Stairs area, you normally reinforce that and try and peek off of it, and that's where Merc was playing during their defenses. Not sure what just happened there from Fultz. Due to some really weird spectator bugs with the grenades. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, 3 members of Organized Chaos pushing up the lobby stairs. I'm not so sure if our Bad's aware. Merc going to go ahead and push on up through Banana will get stunned out by the Echo Drone. A bit surprised, a bit puzzling why he's not using his scanner to find that drone right now. But I'm guessing he's afraid he's going to get peeked out from inside of Banana.
He could do. He definitely could do. Merc has a very powerful position here right now, but Art is going to pick up the first kill of the round. There goes Euphoria. That's already the Echo off the board. That's a very, very big kill because that's only one of 2 plant down operators you have. Champagne Gurmy is going to pop Rav, and Tavit is going to score it back. However, loads of kills start to come down as Merc does secure control of Bananas, all down to Kali as he tries to push all the way out. He does get Gurmy. He has control of the diffuser as well, and has 2 remote gas grenades as well as 2 impact grenades. So lots of utility available for him right now. But it is a 2v1. He is in close range. He does have that shotgun. He does have the SMG-11. He has perfect close range opportunity here. But no ADS, and Merc will peek through from Banana on the other side. Takes him down. And Organized Chaos will take round number 10. And they'll take the series 7-3. Very well done for them.
A very good round coming out there from Organized Chaos. And just a flurry of frags and trades upon trades coming out in like about a span of, what, 10 seconds? Just absolute monstrosity coming out from both sides, but ultimately, Organized Chaos are going to take home 3 points, as it's going to be only their first match of the day. They'll be our 4th and final game later on in the evening. So
they will do. Yes.